Well, it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, with or without you. Again, listeners, you obviously don't know this, but off pod, he saw me Googling song lyrics, so I had to scramble to get another song because he thought I was going to do the song that I Googled, and I'm like, no, fuck you, man. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. So yeah, I was watching, I was just listening to music, and that NSYNC song came on as I was driving earlier today. So I remembered it.
Nice.
Love NSYNC.
Yeah.
Maybe, definitely my favorite boy band.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. That's the end of the... Well, that's not even my favorite song. Bye, 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 obviously. That's their best, and, you know...
It's probably the most recognizable, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the best.
Yeah.
But we haven't even said it. Hello, welcome. The name of the show is Politics, although I call it Politrix. And the title of this episode is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. My name is Presh.
And I'm Ty.
And let's go back to talking about NSYNC. Have you seen a movie called Red Rocket?
No.
Alright. Well, it's made by a guy, his name is Sean Baker.
Okay.
Really excellent director. I like him a lot. He does very, low-key character pieces.
Okay.
So he did the Florida Project. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So I've only seen the Florida Project and Red Rocket.
Okay.
But he has another one, something to do with Orange. I can't remember.
Orange is the New Black.
No. That's a TV show. He has a movie.
Oh.
Named it's either orange or tangerine or some kind of fruit.
Okay.
Some kind of citrus fruit. Lemon. Nachi. I don't know. Grapefruit. I don't know what it is, but yeah, something like that. Anyway, Red Rocket.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a scene where they're playing Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And yeah, that's, if you want me as a fan of your movie, just play Bye 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 by NSYNC, or basically any NSYNC song, and I'll be there. I'll be there opening night. But anyway, let's get into the pod. Well, what people are here for, not my, Bye 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 case. Yeah. It's not rambling. It's wow. So saying how much I love something is rambling now. All right. So anyway, it's not really clean up, but well, I don't know if you know this, but we use a dashboard that shows a summary of the downloads over all the DSPs.
I do know this.
All
Yes.
right. Well, I don't know what you know. I'm just
Right. Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
So this week I looked at the stats of the individual services,
Yeah.
and apparently we have a bunch of listeners on Pandora.
Oh.
All right. But the thing is, when I go to Pandora, it's blocked in our country, so I can't see.
Who's seeing it?
I don't get the full dashboard. We have this other site that's managing the Pandora account,
Right.
and we see a summary. But
Okay.
I don't know what the landscape is there. But I just want to make sure that they understand that every time I praise Pandora, I'm speaking about the planet where the Na'vi live. I hope they're not listening to the podcast being like, oh, maybe they don't speak English so well or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just hear us, being complimentary to Pandora. And they're like, oh, well, this validates my life choices,
Yeah.
I listen to Pandora and they praising Pandora in this episode. So, I just hope you know that, again, we're speaking about the Na'vi.
Yeah.
And how well the CGI looks. That's what we're talking about here, right? Just, I hope we don't lose listeners because... No, actually, the streaming service Pandora, pretty great. That's the best. That's the best. Don't leave us. Don't leave us, listeners.
And now all our YouTube listeners are gone.
Well, if they're so insecure that I'm speaking to the Pandora listeners, then they should fuck off. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of being held hostage by the YouTube crowd. Anyway, secondly, I added timestamps to all our main feed episodes to make them more accessible.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's capital P professionalism.
Lovely.
So, yeah. But while doing this, I think I found out why the Mario episode is our most popular episode.
Okay.
So in that episode is what I believe to be our best ever joke.
Okay.
I saw it and I say, the show is called Politics.
Oh.
And then you're like, although, and I'm like, no, that's just, just call it Politics. Yeah. You know, certain people will say that the Mario movie is the only movie this year to make $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
So there's a larger pool of people, you know, to listen to our episode.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a Beau is Afraid or Elemental, which, you know, flopped at the box office.
Yeah.
But can I just have this?
Okay.
Can I just fucking have this?
Have it. You know what?
Yeah.
We'll let you have this.
All right. Thank you. Fuck. Yeah. So I didn't really listen to last week's episode. We've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We recorded 4 commentaries this weekend.
Yeah.
We did, you know, the 4 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of tired. So I didn't listen to last week's episode. So, yeah.
Yeah.
If we made a big factual error, well, I guess it'll never be solved. But yeah, so into the news.
Into the news.
So snow in Johannesburg for the first time since 2012.
Yeah.
Right?
Exciting times.
This was on Monday. And but yeah, in 2012 I was in high school and it was fun playing in the snow.
Yeah.
They let us out for like an hour and they were like, okay, you can just go.
Nice.
You can just go like hang out. And we just threw snowballs and like I was in grade 10.
Yeah.
The guys in matric, they made like these giant boulders and they went to the top floor and like they would drop a giant snow boulder on somebody walking by. They nailed the small like grade 8 kid. Like, a little child. They just dropped a huge snow boulder on them. But anyway, so yeah, as a teen, a precocious teen, this was fun, but as an adult, this is not good. It's another example of climate change, the climate changing.
Yeah.
So, not good.
No.
We're not supposed to get snow yet.
No.
It's not good, folks. And obviously it makes life more difficult for the homeless and the less fortunate. They don't have, more blankets or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a struggle, even more so than it usually is. So
yeah.
Also, on the topic of climate change, in the past week, we've set, I think, 4 records for like the highest average temperature of the globe per day. So like, climate change is real.
Well, I think you sound like a hater. We set a record. That's good. That's a good thing.
No, not like that, man.
It's called a high score. You're a nerd. You've never gotten an high score. So, obviously this doesn't make sense to you. But, people in the 1960s, they wish they had temperatures like us. They wish.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're number one. We're number one at raising the temperature. Yeah. So I'm sick of your hate. This is a good thing. Listeners, please. Yeah. The climate is changing. And that's fine, folks. Everyone changes. Everyone goes through growth. Yeah. But
yeah. So, well, I mean, that's really about it. It's just, it's the globe is warming.
Alright.
Much more than it previously has, and might be a problem later on.
Well, I don't think so. So
Okay.
let's just move on. So this is following up on a story we spoke about last week, right?
Okay.
The VIP protection police officers beating up the motorist.
Ah, yes, okay.
So, quote, I'm quoting from the article I read.
Yeah.
Initially, police said 6 officers had been served with notice to suspend letters.
Okay.
Now that number has been moved up to 8.
Oh.
It is understood that the officers are now office-based, pending the outcome of an investigation.
Oh, okay.
Independent Police Investigative Directorate spokesperson Robbie Rabu confirmed that charges of assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, pointing of a firearm, and malicious damage to property were opened at the Sandton police station. However, he says arrest can only be effected after investigations have been concluded. Alright. So, let's work under the framework that the police are a necessary institution and they do their stated purpose of protecting and serving, right?
Okay.
Essentially what, like, your average person believes the police is.
Yes.
Right? These people have proven that they are incapable of handling the power of a police officer without abusing it.
Yes.
Can we agree with that?
Yeah. Agreed.
They shouldn't be suspended. They should be fired.
I mean, judging by that quote, they're not even suspended.
They're at desk duty.
Yeah, so they're
But,
still working, just at a desk.
Well, I don't know. Maybe suspended means working at a desk. It means suspended from field duty.
Yeah, I guess.
Or, you know, regardless, they should still be fired. It doesn't matter what type of suspension they've gotten.
Yes.
My point being is, regardless, they should be fired.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Yeah, it's just very cut and dry. They shouldn't be anymore.
Yeah.
But
True.
then again, the police shouldn't be anymore as an institution. But again, like I said, working in that framework, even not bowing down, like viewing it through the lens of you.
Yeah.
You should realize that this is fucked up.
Yeah.
And when I'm saying you, I'm talking about you, my co-host, because
Yes.
you're a liberal. You love the police.
Oh,
You
okay.
You have a Blue Lives Matter stick on your car.
I actually have 4, thank you very much.
So anyway, the next thing is, Mpumalanga police are on the hunt for a group of people who set 5 trucks alight in Waterville, Boven, in Mpumalanga on Sunday evening.
Okay.
We are not sure what the motive was for setting alight those particular trucks, but 2 vehicles stopped the trucks before the Waterville Boven tunnel and set them alight, police spokesperson Brigadier Selvi Mohlahla said. They instructed the drivers to hand over their IDs and get out of the trucks before they set the vehicles alight. We are continuing with our investigation. No arrests have been made, and we advise motorists to use the Skumant Kloof Road, he added. The incident comes after armed assailants set alight 6 trucks at Van Riemen's Pass in KwaZulu-Natal late on Saturday night. Police said armed men stopped the trucks near to Van Riemen's Pass, forced the drivers out of their vehicles, and set the vehicles on fire.
Huh.
So again, this seems like a coordinated terrorism attack.
Yeah.
This is so wild, bro. This is like the Joker in the Dark Knight. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? This is because it's like they're humanist terrorists.
Humanist terrorists?
They're like, all right, we're not gonna kill the drivers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Please get out. We just want to send a message.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we'll just wait for more to come out. But I'm so fascinated with this. Like, what is the end game here?
Yeah.
You're not robbing the truck.
No.
You're setting it on fire.
Yes.
That's what I'm like. So it's clearly to send a message.
Yeah.
But what message? Obviously, the message, the person the message is intended for got it.
Yeah.
But I'm just a rando and I want to, find out about the drama, bro. I'd be like, yo, what's happening here? I just really saw this news story this week and thought, wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Somebody should, write a book on this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not that interesting, but it's interesting to me. That's what I'm trying to get across here.
I also want to know if there was a connection between the trucks, because they, in that quote he says they're not sure what the motive is for setting alight those particular trucks. So obviously they're not from the same company, or they don't have the same branding or whatever. But what's special about those trucks?
So they did 5 in Mpumalanga and 6 in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah.
So 11 total.
Yeah.
So I was under the assumption that they were all from the same company. But what you're saying is just 11 random trucks.
Yeah.
Huh, that's even more.
Yeah.
Because my initial working theory is that they fighting back against a company, one particular company.
Yeah.
But if it's just random trucks, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Finally, the last news story of this week. Threads.
Threads.
Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it.
It's Meta's answer to Twitter.
Yep.
And just quick side note. You know when Facebook changed their name to Meta?
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'd never call them Meta. But
Yeah.
I call them Meta all the time now, bro. It's kind of fucked. People, like, you can just change your name and people will go along with it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Meta's answer to Twitter has been rolled out this week to 100 million new subscribers.
Yeah.
So there's a few so a few months ago, do you remember Elon Musk fired a bunch of people at Twitter?
Yes.
So it turns out all those people were hired by Meta.
Yes.
To create this Threads, platform.
Yeah.
And apparently Elon Musk is very upset now
Extremely upset.
that
Yes.
these people that he fired found new jobs. What bastards!
How could they?
It really goes to show you. If you fire somebody, they'll just do something to stab you in the back. But yeah, so first of all, that's already like, how can you be upset with this? You didn't if you didn't make them sign like a non-compete clause or something.
Yeah.
Which is clearly what happened, because they wouldn't just sign up somewhere without, being legally in the right to do so, right?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, hopefully not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But it seems to me as if though they just kicked these people out of Twitter without having them sign anything.
It does seem that way. Yes.
Right. So, but yes, that's the story on the surface. What I've been seeing this week is like Elon fanboys somehow retcon reality.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, so you work a long time, you build your product up, you go through sleepless nights, and then Meta can just come along and steal your idea. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? Elon Musk did not invent Twitter. He bought it like a year ago and has made it significantly worse.
Yeah.
It's yeah. They've like shifted into another reality. The Berenstain Bears debacle.
Yes.
Where people as children believed that it was pronounced Berenstain
Yes.
or Berenstein.
Yeah.
But when they grew up, they found out it's Berenstain.
Yes.
So people believe that we've been moved into another reality.
Yes.
Whereas in the 80s it was pronounced Berenstein, and now
Now it's Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Yeah.
That's what's happened here.
They moved out of the reality
Yeah.
in which Elon created Twitter.
Yeah. Well, that's not even. I don't believe in a reality where the CJ where he created anything. Like, if you go throughout his career, right, all this idiot has ever done has invested money into an idea that better, smarter people made.
Yes.
And then when that idea blew up, he got money from it.
Yeah.
Which he then used to,
Invest
other
do it
places,
again.
right?
Yeah.
He has never innovated, never invented, never
Done anything,
done
really.
anything, right? And the biggest, I don't know, what's it called? Like middle finger?
Yeah.
Or like pissing on somebody and saying it's raining.
Yeah.
He bought Tesla,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The company Tesla, named after the guy
Yes.
who actually made inventions,
Yes.
but his rival Edison was the one who, is the contemporary, not contemporary, equivalent to Elon Musk in those times.
Yeah,
Right?
basically.
It's-
Actually.
It's really, some would say funny, I would say sad,
Yeah.
but
But
anyway,
also funny.
yeah. Now, what Twitter has going for it is it's not Threads. So
Yeah.
I would never use Threads.
Okay.
It's I don't know. I just don't know how to describe it. There's certain things for certain people.
Yeah. I I feel like it's kind of a lesser of two evils.
What?
Picking between Threads and Twitter.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
Both of them suck.
Yeah.
And Threads is barely started.
Yeah.
But it's very clearly like the Instagram audience using Twitter.
Yeah, basically.
Which should not happen.
Well, yeah.
But whatever. It's, yeah. There's nothing really coherent to say here. Just another, like a Twitter clone has popped up.
Yeah, basically.
That's very much Facebook infused.
Yeah.
Oh.
Facebook infused, yes.
You know, like, there's a reason people don't use Facebook. Well, younger people don't use Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's the same reason those people won't be using Threads.
Yeah. Although
what is that reason? I can't really put into words, but
it's something.
You know, there's something going on here. Maybe Google. Yeah, just I can explain it, but I don't have the words to describe it. But anyway, let's just move on.
Okay.
Right. We
Sounds
just
good.
waffle too much over here.
That is, yeah.
It's only 21 minutes. I think this is going to be a very short episode.
Nah.
Because again, as I was doing the timestamps,
yeah,
I just recognized like the news was progressively getting way longer. There's some weeks where we end the news like after an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, 21 minutes, very quick.
I actually had a friend say that they were listening to like the first podcast they ever listened to. They came to me like halfway through and they were like, yeah, I mean the pod's good so far, but I just sat through an hour of news and only now am I actually getting into the actual pod.
Okay.
Just thought I'd share.
Well, fuck your friend.
What? Okay.
You know,
damn.
Because it's like, you know, a concert.
Yeah.
The main act comes on at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like going to the concert and be like, wow, I've been here for 2 hours and the main act hasn't even come on yet. Bro, that's what the concert is. There's an opening act. There's a whole thing to go through. What do you mean, oh, well, I listened to the first hour and it was the first part of the podcast. The stated, the stated topics of the podcast, the news section, the movie section. I listened to the first section. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Okay.
No, sorry, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I am trying to say is fuck your friend.
Okay.
So, yeah. Context. So I mentioned most of this when we did the commentaries. Right? But I thought I'd mention it on the main feed as well, so apologies if you're hearing this again. Not to you, to the the listeners that listen to the commentaries. That's what I'm speaking to.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So in the same way, Star Wars was inspired by the science fiction serials George Lucas watched when he was a boy. Indiana Jones was inspired by the adventure serials George Lucas when he was a boy.
Ah.
Right? So in the 70s, he wrote a story about a character called Indiana Smith.
Oh.
Right? Running parallel to the Steven Spielberg really wanted to make a James Bond movie. But the Broccoli family didn't allow him to do it, right? As they only allowed British filmmakers to, direct James Bond movies.
Okay.
Side note, this has changed.
Okay.
No Time to Die, the most recent Bond movie, was directed by Cary Fukunaga.
Ah.
Right, who was an American.
Okay.
But anyway, while on holiday with his friend George Lucas, they were chatting and Lucas told him about Indiana Smith. Right, and they decided to work together to make this a reality.
Yeah, okay.
Again, like, George Lucas really had a lot of problems with directing.
Yeah.
He, he had trouble working with people.
Oh no.
Like, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Directed by Irvin Kershner.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi, directed by Richard Marquand.
Yeah.
Like, he always gets in another director and
then he writes their direct.
Yeah, he writes and produces.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This was like a dream team.
Yeah.
You got Spielberg. Many people consider him to be the best director to ever live.
Yeah.
So, you have the best story maker and the best director.
Yeah.
And,
logically it should be good.
And the best ever song maker.
Yeah, true.
So,
John Williams.
You know, we've got a dream team here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So obviously over the course of the production, the name was changed to Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Right. Spielberg wanted Harrison Ford for the role, but George Lucas didn't want him, as he had used him in both American Graffiti and Star Wars, and didn't want to be, quote, linked with Harrison Ford in the same way like Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro are linked. Right?
Okay.
Or a more modern day reference, a Michael B. Jordan and a Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But eventually Spielberg got his way and Ford was the cast.
Oh. Huh. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah. I know, as I was reading through it, like you didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
It was a twist and a turn and you're like, oh shit. But anyway, Raiders of the Lost Ark was released in 1981. Right?
Yeah.
And adjusted for inflation made the equivalent of $1 billion. So
That's a lot of money.
very popular.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it holds up.
Okay.
Well, not doesn't hold up. Like the CGI doesn't hold up.
Yeah, true.
Right. We spoke about this on the commentaries, but this is my least favorite of the series.
Yeah.
It's an 8 well, of the original 4.
Yeah.
This is an 8 out of 10. So it's like if your worst movie is an 8 out of 10, you're in pretty good shape, right?
Yeah.
3 years later, a sequel called Temple of Doom came out.
Yeah.
And was met with disgust as people disliked the darker tone, and some children were said to be traumatized by the gross and upsetting things depicted in the movie.
I am one of those children.
Yes. Again, if you listen to the commentaries, it's me just having the time of my life, and my co-host squealing and going, the bugs! Right. So this movie is responsible for the creation of the PG-13 rating.
Wow.
You know? Like we said, it used to just be like, these are kids' movies, these are adult movies.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, well, there's kids' movies, but there's some hectic shit in it, so watch out, right? It's also my favorite movie of the franchise.
Okay.
I'm happy to say, or to spoil that, even with this 5th movie included,
Yeah.
Temple of Doom is still my number 1.
Okay.
5 years later, we get the first of the last Indiana Jones movies, right?
The first of the last, yes.
Yeah. Because The Last Crusade was meant to be the series capper,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
George Lucas said he wanted to take the franchise to TV
Okay.
after The Last Crusade,
Yeah.
with the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
Oh.
That ran for 2 seasons in the early 90s.
Okay.
And this was viewed as a return to form. And I have that in quotes there because, you know, it's a fantastic movie, but I honestly believe that it's a step down from Temple of Doom.
Reasonable.
So I have Temple of Doom as a 10 and I have Last Crusade as a 9.
Okay.
But
yeah.
again, because certain shots of CGI, it's just not as good. I just don't vibe with it as much, right?
Reasonable.
Then 19 years later, they got the gang back together to make Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right?
Yes.
And so the last Indiana Jones came out in 1989.
Yeah.
And then this one in 2008.
Yeah.
So in the interim between those two spots, George Lucas came back and made the prequels.
Yeah.
Which made a bunch of fucking babies upset.
Ah.
And they just started to cry.
Oh.
Right?
Shame. Those poor babies.
And I think a lot of that hatred, idiocy,
Yes.
babiness
Mm-hmm.
was kind of moved on to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right. And they were just fucking rude to George Lucas.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
What was his crime?
Don't know.
He just made some of the best movies ever made. And they started crying and being upset with him.
Yeah.
Anyway. Everyone hates it, but I'm a huge Crystal Skull defender.
Okay.
Right? If you've listened to the commentaries, I'm just going to say it now, but I'm going to make a few people mad by saying this, but I think it's the second best movie. Right.
How could you say such a thing?
So my ranking goes Temple of Doom, 10.
Okay.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 9.
Okay.
Last Crusade, 9.
Okay.
Last place, Raiders, with an 8.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
And I'm also worried that when people hear this, they think I'm a Nazi.
Well,
right.
If the shoe fits.
So the villains of Temple of Doom and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull are not Nazis.
Yes.
And the villains of Raiders and Last Crusade are Nazis.
Yes.
So I'm worried when people hear that, they're like, so you put the movies where the Nazis are the villain in last place. Very interesting. Is that because is that because you're upset that they lost? Question mark. And I'm like, no, I just happen to not like them, bro.
It has nothing to do with the villains being Nazis.
Yes, yes. And I'm not a Nazi. I'm not pro-Nazi, right?
Are you sure?
I'm just making sure everyone, in Shakespeare, methinks the woman doth protest too much.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not protesting too much. I'm just making sure everyone's on the same page here.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
All right. So anyway, again, George Lucas retired because people with less than 0.5% of his talent, aka the aforementioned babies, just sent him abuse all day for years. Right.
Okay.
And right. Steven Spielberg isn't doing commercial movies anymore.
Okay.
He's just doing what his heart desires. So his last few movies were The Fabelmans, which is like a
commentary on his life. Not a commentary.
I was going to say an autobiography.
Yeah.
Or it's a biographical tale about himself.
Yeah.
West Side Story was a remake of what he said was his favorite movie.
Yeah.
So when he was a kid, he watched the original West Side Story and fell in love with cinema. So he wanted to remake it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. His latest movies have nothing to do with commercial appeal. It's just what appeals to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Just having fun.
And where am I now? So the driving force behind this new movie is Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
For reasons entirely unexplainable. He hates Han Solo. He hates Han Solo but loves Indiana Jones, right? And he is always down to make a new one.
True.
So like I said, this movie is a win for me either way. As I said this last week.
Yeah.
If it's good, well, that's cool that we have a new good Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
If it's bad, well. This is what you fucking rats deserve for being so rude to George Lucas. It's taken a short 15 years, but both Star Wars and Indiana Jones have gone down the drain without the genius at the helm.
Yeah.
Right. And, well, we'll get to what I think about it just now, right? But the last thing I want to say is there's an Action Bronson song.
Okay.
Where he says, "Fuck Star Wars, Indiana Jones is better, bitch." Which, is obviously wrong. But I think that's an interesting thought.
Okay.
It really goes to show how powerful George Lucas's pen is,
Indeed.
Like, the only person competing with him is himself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can we get into this movie?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So, my overall feeling is that this movie is not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not great either.
Yeah.
It's just... It's good.
Yeah.
Like, it... If I gave you a test...
Yeah.
You've passed, but you haven't, shown a deep understanding of the topic. You've just scraped your way through this test.
You haven't done exceedingly well. You're
not done well. You've simply passed. You've ticked the bare minimum boxes.
You've gotten 51%.
Yeah. Well, you got 50.5%. But due to rounding, they rounded it up to 51. That's what's happened, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a 6.5.
Okay.
7 feels too high and 6 feels too low.
Okay.
But the things I don't give
halves.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to decide at some point.
You will, yes.
And I'm kind of leaning more towards 7.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it didn't grab me in the moment.
Yeah.
While I was sitting there, the action scenes I thought were very underwhelming.
Yeah.
But when I went home and thought about it, I'm like, all right, the idea behind the action scenes were much better.
Okay.
I'm like, much better than I thought at the time.
Yeah.
That being said, this is an adventure movie. So it's supposed to grab, the action is supposed to grab you at the time.
Yeah.
So on that level, I think it failed. But like I said, the idea behind it, I like. And when we go through the movie, we'll, speak about it more.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I mean, I gave it a 7. But I did just kind of lose interest, like maybe an hour and a half in, and I just had to sit through the last hour. So yeah, I mean, I
don't feel that, but all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my overall main complaint is the same as John Wick.
Okay.
Right. This movie is way too long.
Okay.
I know their point is that this is the last time we'll see this character on screen, so they should have an epic story that takes a long time to play out, right?
Yeah.
But my point is that this only works when there's interesting things happening.
Yeah.
Right, in that long run time.
Yeah.
There's just way too much waffling in this movie.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Now, the way you're saying it makes it seem like the first hour and a half was the interesting bit, and then the rest of the movie was the non-interesting bit. I feel that every scene, there's like a 10-minute chunk you could pull out. Yeah. So it's not exactly one half of the movie I liked, one of I didn't. Just throughout the movie, there's lots of places where they could have shaved off 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
I should have actually phrased it better, because it's not that after an hour and a half I got bored. It's just my attention span didn't last long enough for me to enjoy the rest.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right. So that's different.
Yeah.
But I really think, not in one chunk, but in small chunks, we could cut up at least an hour from this movie.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe, okay, let me not say at least. Like, up to.
Yeah.
Up to an hour out of this movie.
Okay.
I would prefer, like, cut half an hour, we have a clean 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Every other movie has been 2 hours in the series.
Yeah.
More or less, right?
Yeah.
This movie is 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I really enjoyed the opening scene with the train.
Yeah.
I love a train heist.
Yeah, same.
But again, he could have just started on the train.
Yeah.
So him getting captured and the bomb going through the floor did nothing for me.
Yeah.
But him swinging, with the noose around his neck.
Yeah.
Because obviously, again, there's no tension in that scene.
No.
This is a flashback.
Yeah.
He's not going to die in the flashback, too.
But how do we know that?
Because he's alive in modern day. Well, modern day for the movie.
1969.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, the scene really added nothing to the story.
Yeah.
The movie begins with like a ticking.
Yeah.
Which you're supposed to think is the bomb.
Yeah.
But, it kind of leads into the theme of this movie. But that ticking could have been done in other places.
Yeah.
That ticking is like the only thing that kind of added something to the scene.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's totally useless. They could have just started with Indiana Jones maybe like coming from a parachute and landing on the train.
Yeah.
And they've captured his friend,
Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know his name in the movie. Fuck. I'm just gonna call him Arnim Zola.
Okay.
He's the guy from Captain America: Winter Soldier, also played by Toby.
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
He's a man in a computer.
Okay.
He's like, my name is Arnim Zola. I have an algorithm.
Oh.
Don't you know about Arnim Zola's algorithm?
I mean, I might. I don't know.
All right. But anyway, he's also like well, he's not really a Nazi. He's a Hydra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hydra
Okay.
has the same the villain of this movie has the same kind of issue as Hydra.
Okay.
Right? Because you have the Nazis.
Yes.
History's greatest villains.
Yes.
I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm trying to throw you off my scent. But yeah. Fuck. So Hydra is more evil
Okay.
than the Nazis.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is some people would argue slightly disrespectful to the villain and the victims of the Nazis.
Yeah.
That
I
because
can
the
see
thing
that.
the thing is Hydra is not worried about racial purity.
Yeah.
They want to just kill everybody.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, isn't that a good thing? Because they're like, Well, they're just murderers. They're not racists.
Yeah.
The Nazis were both murderers and racists. So
Yeah.
two things. Two things.
Yeah.
So, you know. Similarly, the villain of this movie.
Yes.
They don't know whether to... Not don't know. They want to make him more... worse than Hitler.
Yes.
Super Hitler.
Super Hitler.
Super Saiyan Hitler. That's who this guy is, the villain of this movie. We'll get to him, right?
Yeah.
But that's the tightrope they have to walk.
Yeah.
And I think they did it well.
Yeah. I would
But
say so.
we'll get to that there. We're getting...
Slightly sidetracked.
I got distracted by Arnim Zola.
Yeah.
Right. So, we've never seen this character before.
Yeah.
So we need to make clear how close they are, so it's believable that, Arnim Zola chooses Indy to be his daughter's godfather.
Yeah.
A small change I would make is instead of Arnim Zola, make that character be like Salah or Marcus Brody.
Yeah.
Understand that there's, issues with both.
Yeah.
With Salah, it's that he's Egyptian and,
Yeah.
the daughter is British. But you could have made her, like, adopted.
Or you could have just had one of Salah's kids. Because, like, we see Salah's kids in, I think, the second or third movie anyway.
Yes.
So, like, you could just have one of his kids anyway.
But I'm saying they wanted to cast Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, they did.
So it's they have to work around that kind of.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. She could have been adopted by Salah.
Yeah. She could have.
Or she could have been Marcus Brody's, like, granddaughter.
Yeah.
Or, like, there's...
Just something.
The issue with Brody is that the actor died.
Yeah.
So you can't CGI him younger. Like, well, they didn't really do that for Toby.
Yeah.
I think they just cast him as he was.
Yeah.
And they CGI'd Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I understand that there's challenges with both those characters. But the point I'm trying to make is this is Indy's last movie.
Yeah.
We should see somebody we've seen before.
Yeah.
Right? But since they've made the choice for it to be someone we haven't seen before, I like how it was done.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like that he's just, like, kind of a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
And Indiana is, like, trying to, he's like a toddler.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones is trying to keep him out of trouble. Right. So, yeah. The scene also introduces us to the villain.
Yeah.
Jürgen Woller, aka Schmidt.
Yeah.
Or he goes by Schmidt, but his name is Jürgen Woller. I'm just going to
Yeah.
call him Schmidt. It's more easier.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing. I don't know, is this kind of like, I said earlier that Indiana Jones's original name was Indiana Smith.
Yeah.
Is this kind of like a dark reflection,
It could be.
or because the thing is Schmidt is a very common, like, German name.
I believe it's also the Germanic version of Smith.
Okay. Whatever, right? But it's a common name. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they weren't, like, even thinking about it. It was just,
Yeah.
a random name they chose.
It could be.
So, I have no insider knowledge, so I can't say for sure one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
So it also sets up the idea of him being better than Hitler.
Yeah.
Super Hitler.
Super Hitler.
Super
yes.
Saiyan Hitler.
Super Saiyan Hitler.
Hitler is focused on the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's the thing in the thing that fries all the Nazis, isn't it?
No,
Not the.
that's the Ark. The Ark of the Covenant.
Oh no, it's the other one.
There's like a spear.
Yeah, where they go digging in the desert to find.
No, it hasn't been in previous movies.
Oh.
The beginning of this movie,
Yeah.
they're looking for the spear.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
That hasn't
Okay.
been in previous movies.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Right.
Sorry, I was thinking of the head of the staff.
Oh yeah, well, in the first one.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but I keep wanting to call it the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
But it's not the Spear of Destiny because the movie is called The Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be two of Destinies in the same movie. But like the Spear of Destiny is like the thing that killed Christ.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
They stabbed him
They
and
stabbed
water
him.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water came out.
Do you not know of that? So, like, when he was on the cross,
Hmm.
they stabbed him in the side, and instead of blood, it was water that gushed out.
But there was blood on the spear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. But whatever. There's something called the Spear of Destiny.
Well, not the Spear of Destiny.
I'm pretty sure it's the Spear of Destiny.
Uh,
But they just don't refer to it as such in this.
okay. Yeah.
And they don't even refer to it as the Dial of Destiny either.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
But anyway, you know Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a TV show.
It's a DC.
Yes. DC TV show about, I'm assuming, like the Young Justice League.
It's time travel.
Time.
They're
Okay.
a group of superheroes pulled from time.
Okay.
That they were about to die, and they're like, you know,
Get pulled out of there.
pulled out of their time to come and like fight time crimes.
Like your least favorite Spider-Man movie, where they get pulled out of.
This TV show is 1,000,000 times better than that Spider-Man movie, right?
Okay.
But anyway,
Anyway.
I digress.
Yeah. Cool.
They have a situation with the Spear of Destiny.
Yes. Okay.
Similarly, in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, he has a run-in with the Spear of Destiny.
Oh.
So, it's a real thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Stop fucking around with me, the Spear of Destiny. Right? But, right?
Right.
So Hitler is focused on the spear.
Yes.
But Schmidt recognizes that it's a fake and useless.
Yes.
He recognizes the real powerful artifact is the dial.
Yeah.
Right? So it's that's what I'm saying with Hitler.
Okay. Yeah.
It's setting up the idea that he recognizes that Hitler is ineffective
Yes.
because Hitler is focused on the spear when the real power is the dial.
Yes.
That's, it's like a twist at the end of the movie that, he's going back in time to kill Hitler to take his place.
Yeah.
Well, we are under the assumption that he's going to
Just like give him advice.
go kill like Winston Churchill or
Oh yeah. Because he says, "Are you gonna go kill Churchill or Ike?"
yes,
Yeah.
Which again in the last movie he said
I like
Ike. So yeah, he's a Dwight D. Eisenhower fan.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? But this scene
Yeah.
sets up the idea before the twist.
Yes.
So if you were paying attention here, you would see the
idea that
idea forming.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So yeah, again, but I didn't think about that at the time. When
Yeah.
I went home and wrote this, document,
Yeah.
that's when I started thinking about it like, oh, that's a very, smart.
It's a cool way of doing it. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
at the time, you don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's stuff like this where if you sit down and think about it, it becomes way more interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Next, we see him in modern day. We're talking about Indiana now, not
Yes.
not Jürgen
Yeah.
or Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Right. We see him in modern day, and his life is a mess.
Yeah.
This is where we find out that this movie is about time.
Yeah.
Right. Movies about time can take a few different routes. This one is about regrets.
Yeah.
It's actually how Better Call Saul ended.
Oh.
It was about speaking about if you could go back in time, what would you do?
Yeah.
So there's people who are like, well, I'd go back in time and kill Hitler.
Yeah.
As a baby to stop the Holocaust.
Yeah.
There's people who are like, well, I messed something up when I was
Younger.
and now I'm living with that regret or
Yeah.
something, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
That's usually how time is used.
Yeah.
Or time travel is used to convey regrets.
Yeah.
Right? In this movie, time has passed him by. His wife and him are separated. His son is dead. Presumably his father is dead. Although...
It's likely. Although I think he says it. He says, like, Dad would have loved this or something.
That doesn't mean... it just means, like, if his father was in front of him right now, he would have loved it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because the idea I'm trying to get at is he drank from the cup, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He drank from the immortality cup.
Yeah, he did.
That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure he should still be alive. But yeah, where are we? His students are falling asleep. as opposed to when they used to listen, at attention to him.
Yeah.
He's retiring.
There's also a lot more guys in the class.
Yeah.
Like as he ages,
yeah,
the young ladies phase out.
But it's the thing is, in the earlier movies, even the guys were paying attention to what he was saying.
Yeah.
The thing that I found in this movie that was different is nobody was paying attention. Not the demographics of the class. The difference is that even though he was hotter when he was younger, it's just that people were interested in this, in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Now people aren't interested in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Especially the kids. That's what I took from that scene.
Yeah.
Although I do agree with your point. Probably there were more women before.
Yeah.
Right. So the kids are interested in astronauts and space now instead of adventuring.
Yeah.
And the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yes, because he went next door and the guy next door was playing the Beatles.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what he was playing. But whatever. It's the swinging 60s, man.
Yeah.
It's free love, man. You gotta take your government and stick it up your ass, man. We're freaking hippies, man. Yeah. So as with all movies about regrets, the message is the same.
Yeah.
It's never too late to make amends, to chase your dreams, etc. Whatever the particular character has regrets about.
Yeah.
So obviously this is under the Lucasfilm banner.
Yeah.
And created by George Lucas. So I just thought it's interesting that this is also the same route they went with for Luke Skywalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Which you obviously have no idea.
Well, I think I saw that one.
Yeah, the 8th one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was living as a hermit on the island, right?
Yeah.
He had given up on the Jedi.
Yeah.
Similarly, Indiana Jones, he hasn't gotten on an adventure for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that this wasn't that movie.
Okay.
Not Star Wars, I'm saying like Indiana Jones going on another adventure.
Oh.
He did this for a specific reason, like
yeah.
His goddaughter was in trouble, he was on the run from the police. It's not like he chose to have an adventure.
Yeah.
He
was kind of forced into it.
Yes, because he is too old to be like, alright, let me go on an adventure.
Yeah.
But if he's forced to do it, that's a much more less sad because it's like you're in your 80s and you're willingly choosing to do all this bullshit.
It's an easier way to justify it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Him still being interested in doing this and not giving up.
Yeah.
Adventuring would be very sad.
Yeah.
But yes, the way they've shown how he got into this adventure.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And the next thing is they come to we meet Fleabag.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Yes.
And we saw her earlier in his class, but we have no idea who that is.
Yeah. She was the only one that answered any questions.
Yes, but she's properly introduced at the bar.
Yes.
And she says, well, this is what I really like, right?
Okay.
Again, there's a lot of subversions of what you would assume.
Yeah.
You know what we've spoken about so far.
Yeah.
You'd assume that she's like a young Indiana Jones disciple and she's coming with him to get him to, have an adventure, they find a thing.
Yeah.
That's what you would assume an Indiana Jones adventure would be.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But she's conning him. She's she's running a scam on him, which is, I thought that was wonderful, right? And this is the thing. The right wing.
Yeah, I've probably heard of them.
Their complaint is that Kathleen Kennedy, they're feminizing everything. There's ladies everywhere, right?
Right.
Rey is the main character of Star Wars.
Yeah.
As opposed to Luke.
Yes.
The one you watched, do you know who Vice Admiral Holdo is?
Yes.
She's the lady with the pink hair. Purple hair.
Yeah.
And she was rude to Oscar Isaac. Who's fucking Oscar Isaac?
Poe. Yeah.
Yes, she was rude to Poe. Right?
Yes.
So they're like, it's bloody ladies, running amok.
Yeah.
And the right wing were very upset because they assume that at the end of this movie, Indiana Jones is going to die and Fleabag is going to become the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But I love this subversion that she's running her own scam. She's
she's on her own mission.
Yeah, she's using him to find the thing that she needs.
Yeah.
It's not it's not what you would expect this movie to have been.
It's not like taking her under his wing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm glad about.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the same worries as them.
Okay.
But I was worried that they would make Phoebe Waller-Bridge a very not interesting, the opposite,
uninteresting,
irritating character.
Oh.
Do you remember that line in the trailer?
Which one?
Where they're like, I stole it from him, and then you stole it from him, and then I stole it. That's called capitalism, right? I thought she'd have more lines like that. That's like irritating, like catchphrases.
Yeah.
And she didn't. That's like the only weird line she had.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie, she was like very fun. It wasn't like weird, like corporate feminism catchphrases and stuff. It was just like. So again, I didn't have the same problems that the right wing had, but I was worried that they would make her annoying, and she was not at all. She was, she might have been my highlight from this movie.
Okay.
Of the cast.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she was outstanding.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed her.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, so he steals it. She steals it from him, the dial, and Schmidt and his gang pulls up.
Yeah.
Do you know who Boyd Holbrook is?
No.
So he's the henchman in this movie.
Okay.
Let me Google a picture for you.
Okay.
He is also in Logan. So I forgot to mention that the director of this movie is James Mangold. Right?
Okay.
He made Logan. He made 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh,
do you remember?
Yeah.
He has a mustache in the movie.
Yeah. Right.
So he's also in Logan.
Yeah.
He's a collaborator with James, the director. What did I say the director's name is now?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Fuck's sakes.
I'm sorry.
James Mangold.
Yeah.
Right? He made Ford vs. Ferrari.
Yes. Great movie, by the way.
Yes, I know. I knew as soon as I mentioned that your eyes would light up. And
Yeah.
Oh, cars.
Yeah.
I love a car. Right? But again, we find out that this was just a hustle from Fleabag.
Yeah.
To steal the dial.
Yeah.
Then Schmidt and his goons pull up.
Yeah.
Boyd Holbrook, I feel, was underutilized in this movie.
Yeah.
There's quite a few people I felt was very underutilized, right?
Yeah.
Boyd Holbrook could have just been any random,
henchman
type
person.
There's no reason to cast him.
Yeah.
Because he did nothing. There was a much bigger guy.
Yeah.
That's visually interesting, you have a guy that looks different to the rest of the goons.
Yeah.
Boyd Holbrook he looked like the rest of them and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
right?
he just kind of ran around.
So he's the first person I think was wasted.
Okay.
The second person I think was wasted was Salah.
Yes.
We haven't gotten to his scene yet, but I'm just going to mention him.
Yeah.
He barely did anything.
Yeah, very underutilized.
He mentioned that to his grandchildren that this is the man that brought us here.
Yeah.
Before the war.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there some sort of message here about immigration?
I guess.
But this is the thing. If you want something to be a theme, you can't just mention it offhandedly once.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
If it's a theme, it shows up
throughout the movie.
4 or 5 times maybe.
Yeah.
I shouldn't put arbitrary numbers on it, but
you'll know it when you see it.
A theme is when something keeps popping up.
Yeah.
With about time.
Yeah.
The movie starts with the ticking of the clock.
Yeah.
The dial. At his retirement party, they give him a clock as a present.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different things you can point to that relate to time. That's how you know it's a theme.
Yeah.
Salah just randomly saying that Indiana Jones did something good for him by bringing his family, out of the World War troubles in Egypt to America, is just very.
It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for sharing.
I guess it speaks to Indiana Jones' character.
I guess
that he, does stuff for other people, but we've already known that.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of his character. We don't need that. Well, it could be reinforced, but the way it was reinforced in that scene didn't feel organic.
Yeah.
Right? So Sala, Boyd Holbrook, the little boy, also wasted.
Teddy.
Yeah. I don't even know his name, but the little boy, he just I found him more irritating than anything else.
Yeah.
He's obviously supposed to be like short round.
Yeah.
I said in the commentaries it's the same with Batman.
Yeah.
Batman has Robin, so the kids that are watching relate to Robin.
Yeah.
They want to go on an adventure with Batman. They don't identify as Batman.
Yeah.
Similarly, Short Round in Temple of Doom is the kid standing character.
Yeah.
The kids want to go on an adventure with Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And Short Round is there standing.
Yeah.
Similarly, the Teddy is there standing for kids in this movie.
Yeah.
Because I think that was kind of a shameless attempt to
go back to the...
No, to appeal to children.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is a very, not adult, but, serious movie.
Yeah. It is.
So, there were very, very few jokes.
Yeah.
Right? Which,
yeah.
I can understand how people are upset that it wasn't funny enough.
Yeah.
Because every single previous one, there's been lots of jokes, there's been lots of... And there's been elements of, slapstick comedy, not just, a sly joke here and there, over the top, falling over, that kind of stuff, gags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think they realize, okay, this is not going to appeal to children.
Yeah.
Or adults are not going to be like, all right, my kid should watch this.
Yeah.
So they included Teddy as
an appeal to the kids.
As an appeal to the kids, and, well, I don't know what's inside the minds of kids, but I don't think it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know if it worked in terms of kids feeling seen.
Yeah.
I know it didn't work in terms of the movie.
Yeah.
That character being... Because Short Round is integral to the plot.
Yeah.
of Temple of Doom, right?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones gets mind controlled by the blood of Kali.
Yes.
And Short Round saves him.
Yeah.
So it's he's directly linked with the plot, the untangling of the plot of that movie.
Yeah.
This kid is just tangential at best.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just around.
Even in that end scene, Phoebe Waller-Bridge could have driven that airplane.
Yeah.
She didn't need to have been on the other airplane.
Yeah.
Right? So Indiana Jones could have escaped himself, jumped off, and then met Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kid totally wasted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was somebody else. Give me a second.
I'll give you 2 seconds.
Karen Allen also wasted.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to him when we get to him. But in terms of wasted characters,
yeah,
it's
hugely wasted.
I'm only saying wasted in relation to how famous he is.
Yeah.
If that was just a random actor they got there, nobody would say a word, right?
Yeah.
Nobody, they'd just be like, oh, that's Indy's friend, whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
The fact that Banderas is so famous,
yeah,
you would have assumed that he would play a larger role, but they might, or the filmmakers might argue that this movie has been about subversions, right?
Yeah.
You know what I've said. So the subversion that you think, oh, Banderas is going to be this huge character moving forward.
Yeah.
And it turns out not at all.
Yeah.
But I don't think it serves the story.
Okay.
Right? So,
yeah.
That's really it. Alright, can we just move on to the next scene?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's it.
Okay.
The black lady.
Yeah.
Totally. I don't even know her name.
Yeah.
Not given anything to do.
No.
She was just lecturing the Germans, you could see like she was gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
Like there was no way that was gonna end. It was just like there was no need for her.
Yeah.
It's you could have like I said, there's just too much fat on this movie.
Yeah.
If you just trim the fat, this could have been a nice hour and 45.
Yeah.
Hour and 45, we're in the golden zone.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So Elena gets away. I'm reading this there. That's Fleabag.
Yeah.
Fleabag gets away, and that's when we introduce to Salah. Salah takes him away.
Gets him all the stuff to get out of the country. Yeah.
Some people have asked, how did they let him on the plane if, he's wanted for murder?
Yeah.
It's the 1960s, bro.
That is true.
Like, first of all, they had no, scanning and stuff.
Yeah, you can't scan a passport.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But, people were, just smoking on planes. And I know smoking has nothing to do with, being a murderer.
Nationwide security, yes. Yeah.
Being a murderer, but... well, my point being, the planes were the Wild West back then. You could just do whatever, and nobody would. Even the 90s and early 2000s, very early 2000s.
Very early 2000s.
After 9/11, things changed. But planes used to be the Wild West. That's a very young person question as to how did
they get on the plane? Yeah,
security was at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? He jumped from the plane.
I'm sure there are a few guys.
DB Cooper. He hijacked the plane.
Oh yeah.
And then jumped out with the money.
Yeah.
He hijacked the plane.
Yes.
And jumped out with the money, bro. Pre-2000s, this shit was wild. Yeah. So she goes to sell the thing in 10 Gs.
Yeah.
Which I really like the entire Tangier section. You can keep that.
Yeah.
That whole thing as is, pretty much. Again, except the kid. The kid doesn't add anything.
Nah.
But for the most part, well, the chase.
Yeah. The tuk-tuk chase.
Yeah, I don't think it was well thought out.
Yeah.
Because Schmidt leaves, and then 10 minutes later, Indiana Jones leaves, and they catch up with him quite quickly.
Yeah.
Not even a couple Ks down the road, around the corner.
Yeah.
It was very the is it staging? The choreography of that sequence wasn't
all there.
Yes. There's a lot of action choreography where I'm I didn't like that.
Yeah.
We'll get to them as they come, but yeah, the choreography of that driving scene didn't make sense to me. And especially because a few weeks ago we did a commentary on Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Where the spatial awareness of things, of different cars, of the movements, much more well thought out and planned.
Yeah.
This one, it just felt, I don't know, there were a bunch of stuff that was cut out.
Yeah.
That we didn't see, where Schmidt had to change a tire, so they stopped.
He got a puncture as they were leaving.
Yes.
And they turned the corner.
He turned the corner, he was changing the tire while Indy was fighting those people. I really loved the... part of that was when they were... Shit.
They were shit?
No, we missed a whole scene.
Which...
Again, my notes are not very comprehensive here.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Just go back one scene.
Okay.
Where he was running away from Schmidt's men.
Oh, yeah.
And he got on the horse.
Yeah.
I love the horse scene,
yeah,
going through the subway and shit.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. I don't know why I forgot to mention that,
Yeah.
Very fucked up on my part, but...
and they've got little quips in there, Subway's faster than the horse.
Yeah. But yeah, genuinely, such a great time, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, cut back to 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something else I was supposed... So, I keep wanting to call him Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, another man causing terror.
Yeah.
But another man named Jurgen causing terror. But yeah, do you know Operation Paperclip?
Yes.
So, this is the thing. This is the biggest thing I can pull out from this movie.
Yes.
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah.
At the end of the war, World War II, that is.
Yes.
The Americans thought, why should these people who did war crimes go to jail?
Yes.
We could be using them to do war crimes elsewhere. Right? So a bunch of German, let me not say German, Nazi scientists,
Yes.
right, were just brought over from
Europe.
Germany.
Well, Germany. Yeah.
Wholesale and put to work, in American industries.
Yeah.
So
Like a NASA.
these criminals never faced any repercussions for their
What they
Nazism.
did.
Yeah. In fact, they were given a better standard of living.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, they a lot of this has nothing to do with the movie, but there's lots of conspiracy theories that they put Nazi stuff on the thing to go to the rocket to
The
go
Saturn
to the moon.
V.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's like a hidden Nazi spy on that ship.
Yeah.
That one, he's setting up a Nazi colony on the moon. There's a lot of
Yeah.
what ifs. What if this person in higher government did this?
Yeah.
Or whatever, the Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might also be the inspiration for Hydra,
Yeah.
being a part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Yeah.
In the 70s comics. But yeah.
Yeah.
Back to Tangiers.
Right.
I didn't understand the physics, the choreography of the chase.
Yeah.
But I like the chase.
Okay.
With the tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, we'll just keep it as is.
Yeah.
There's nothing really... Well, not keep it as is, make it more cogent. Easier to follow.
Yeah.
More sensible. More
logical, yes.
Like a more logical chase.
Yeah.
That would be better. But the way it was done,
Yeah.
I think the idea was good. Sorry. I think the idea was good, but I don't like the way it was done.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I kind of like the way it was done. Just some parts of the way it was done I didn't like.
Yeah.
Alright? The next thing that they do is they go to Greece.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
And again...
Well, as far as my notes say, yes.
Yes, we meet Antonio Banderas.
Yes.
Once again, I've already mentioned I thought it was underused.
Yeah.
But they go to the underwater thing.
Yeah. Yes.
And again, another scene I didn't think was very well choreographed.
Yeah.
So, this is what we'll speak about in Avatar. Underwater filming is notoriously very difficult to,
to get done right.
because it's difficult to see underwater.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to light underwater.
Yeah.
So, they did stuff like everyone has a different bib.
Yeah.
So, Indiana Jones had a red. No. Yeah, he had a red.
Yeah.
Fleabag had a yellow.
Yeah.
Whatever. They give them different bibs to differentiate.
Yes.
I couldn't tell which was which, even with the
new bibs.
the bibs, right?
The colored bibs, yeah.
The part when all the eels come out
Yeah.
and start thrashing around.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what was happening. It was especially with that scene.
Yeah.
But throughout the movie, I thought it was quite dark.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it was very weirdly shot.
Yeah.
But in that scene in particular, I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. That's not well choreographed. That's not well thought out.
I know I mentioned, in one of the commentaries, that I like the way they find new things to do.
Yes.
But this new thing that they did was not very well done.
Yeah, well, again, I like the idea.
Yeah.
They've never done something underwater.
Exactly, yeah.
But like you said, the
way of doing it.
very frustrating.
It is. Yes.
It's you can't tell what is happening.
Yeah.
When on top,
Yeah.
the boat gets boarded.
Yeah.
You also can't tell what's happening. Well, you can assume.
Yeah.
Let me retract my complaint for that. But everything that happened downstairs,
Nothing.
upsetting.
Yeah.
Upsetting. That's my least favorite part of this.
Yeah.
They could have. Well, you know what I was saying about cutting out.
Yeah.
And I said we should leave the Tangier sequence.
Yeah.
They could have easily cut out the Tangier sequence, right?
Yeah.
And had, like, the thing that they were looking for be the tablet.
Yeah.
Like, there's no original piece of the dial. There's just...
the tablet.
They find, like, a map to the tablet.
Yeah.
And then they go to the tablet, and then from then on the movie continues as is.
Yeah.
There's really no reason for them to have had... to split it up into two.
Yeah, definitely.
That just took up way too much time.
Yeah.
We get to the scene on the boat, nothing to...
I mean, we've pretty much said everything.
No, well, they come back on, and there's the... They have the dynamite, and, they get away. I felt like the Nazis were very ineffective.
Yeah.
There's lots of times where they should have just shot them in the head. Like, yo, I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah.
Now...
Although...
we find out later that they needed them to decipher the tablet, right?
Yeah.
But before that, the Nazis didn't know that they needed them.
Well, they could have just been planning ahead.
Alright, but they only need one of them. They could have killed Indiana Jones, probably.
They could have, yeah.
It's very, like, their tactics were very stupid.
Confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they have the tablet.
Yes.
Telling them where to go.
Yes.
But then he does some... No. Then they escape.
Yeah.
And he, like, puts hot water on it or something. He does some weirdo shit. And it pulls out, like, a... I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like a small amulet.
Yeah, I guess.
Does that ever come up again?
I don't think so. It might have. No, I don't think so.
Alright, sorry, can we just go back a step again?
Okay.
We go to the eels.
Yes.
Speaking about subversions.
Yeah.
They wanted to subvert the snake idea.
Oh.
And go, it's eels. They're very snake-like.
Yeah.
Oh, and, another thing. In Tangiers?
Yes.
When, like, he's whooping and he's going, like, back, get back.
Oh, it's the lion scene.
What?
The lion scene. I think it's the fourth movie, where he falls into a train car with a lion.
That's the third one, but yes, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about, that guy who flipped the sword around and whatever, and Indiana just pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
I was thinking, now he's the guy doing the stuff, and somebody else pulled it out, but not just one. Like, a whole crowd of people pulled it out. So another subversion of what they would usually do in a Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
So they get to... Is it Greece? No, they were already in Greece. It's just another place in Greece. Where they go to his cave.
Isn't it Sicily?
Yeah. Very close then.
It's like off the coast of Italy. I think it's part of Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, inside the cavern, they,
they do cavern things.
Well, this felt like the most Indiana Jones bit of the movie.
Yeah.
Running around through the cavern.
Yeah.
Just,
looking for artifacts.
Yeah. That's the most, it felt like one of the original movies. You know what? I'm going to take this down to a 6.
Okay.
As I'm going through it, I'm like, I don't like this. I know the words I'm saying is like, in theory I like this.
Yeah.
But, it felt like a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the Marvel movies.
Okay.
We're always complaining about the Marvel movies, they're good,
Yes.
It's very rare that you get a bad Marvel movie.
Yeah.
But they're also not great.
Yeah.
There's no like best picture worthy Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I think Black Panther was nominated, but that also I don't think was.
Oh yeah, it was
worthy.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
There's never been an outstanding Marvel movie where I thought, all right, that's best picture.
Yeah.
Worthy.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, similarly with this Indiana Jones movie, it's like nothing is bad. It's like fine, it's possible, but yeah,
it's not great.
it's not the like we talk about the boulder.
Yeah.
We talk about the minecart scene.
Yeah.
You talk about them riding off on the horses at the end.
Yeah.
Like there's iconic moments in the series.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single moment in this movie that would be iconic in the future. Like in 10 years from now, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when
something happens. Yeah.
There's nothing that's like that stuck with me.
Yeah.
That really like made me like clap or put a big smile on my face. And like I said earlier, there's not a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
They've and that's fine if you want to make because the premise of Indiana Jones is not that he's funny.
Yeah.
It's just something that the filmmakers included.
I would say it's one of the themes of Indiana Jones.
What?
Being
Comedy?
funny. Yeah.
That's not a theme. Comedy is not a theme.
Okay.
It's there's like funny things happen.
Yeah.
My point being, Indiana Jones is an adventure.
Yes.
Adventure is his main requirement.
Yeah.
You can't make an Indiana Jones movie without adventure.
Just an Indiana Jones rom-com.
I'm not saying can't as in you're not able to. I'm saying can't as in
it shouldn't be done.
It shouldn't be done.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, you can make a movie without comedy and joking.
Yeah.
An Indiana Jones movie without comedy and joking.
Yes.
It's not one of the requirements in the same way adventure is.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. But I'm sure there are other people who feel like you. Well, I understand the point you're making.
Yeah.
But comedy is not a theme. Just the way you phrase that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a part of his character.
Yeah.
But anyway, we get to the thing.
The thing?
The tomb.
Yeah, the tomb. Archimedes' tomb.
They come get the other piece of the thing. They get on the plane.
Yes.
And the twist.
The twist.
Which I liked a lot.
Okay.
That, like, I'm not going to go kill
Ike or Churchill.
I'm going to kill Hitler because I'm better Hitler. I'm super Hitler. Which, again, I really like that idea. Another subversion.
Yeah.
Because, we just assume he's a Nazi. He's going to be doing to help the Nazis.
Yeah.
We don't assume that
he's going to go kill Hitler.
Yes.
To help the Nazis.
Yes. So this movie has just been all about whatever your assumption is, flip it on its head.
Think again.
Right. Again, you know what I was saying about Teddy?
Yeah.
There was no need for him to
steal another plane.
No, for him to be the one to steal the plane.
Oh yeah.
Phoebe Waller Fleabag could have done it.
Phoebe Waller Fleabag.
Yes, she's Fleabag.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, the movie. So I like this idea.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, because we saw it in the third one, right?
Yeah.
Julian Glover said to Indiana Jones, "We observe history. This is history," or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he was speaking about.
Yeah. But it's something like that.
Him going back in time.
Yeah.
Is being part of history.
Yeah.
That's what he's always wanted.
Yeah.
I really like this ending.
Okay. Yeah.
Because so in every movie you think you think, or Indiana Jones thinks that getting the artifact is what he wants.
Yeah.
But at the end of the movie we realize that's not at all not what he wants, what he needed.
Yeah.
The journey is what he needed.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So in the first one, he's looking for the Ark.
Yeah.
But along the way to the Ark, he finds and falls in love with Marion.
Yes.
Not finds, he knew her before.
He refines her.
Yes, he was formerly a pedophile.
Yes.
But now she's grown up.
So now it's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, very bizarre. That's not us making fun of pedophilia. It's a plot point of the movie, bro.
Yes.
We're laughing at how bizarre that was a plot point in the movie. Yes. In the second one,
Mm.
what did we learn?
I don't know. This is your point.
You saw the movie. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You can look
Yeah.
at the movie and think about it. You don't need to me.
I don't know. What did he learn?
So I know in the third one, he wanted to get the cup.
Yeah.
But what he learned was both him and his father, mutual respect between them.
Yeah.
That's what happened on the journey.
Yeah.
I can't remember the second one now. Like, what did he learn? To be friends with Trot Round.
Yeah. Have awesome friends.
But
That's what he learned.
Similarly, with the fourth one,
Yeah.
he's looking for the crystal skull, but he finds his family,
Yeah.
his wife and his son.
Yeah.
So similarly in this one, he wants to be a part of history.
Yeah.
He wants to experience history
Yes.
because he feels his life is done.
Yeah.
And Fleabag just punches the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's like, because we know that's what you want.
Yeah.
But what you need is to
Go back home.
go back to what's her name?
Marion.
Karen Allen. Yes.
Mhm.
Right. What did I say earlier? This movie is about regrets.
Yeah.
And the point of any movie about regrets is it's never too late.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie shows us in the end.
It's never too late to reconcile.
Oh,
Well-
whatever their particular thing is.
Yeah,
In Indiana's case, it's he separated from his wife.
Yeah.
And we find out that so the story he told us was that the son dying was too much for the wife,
Yeah.
Marion.
Yeah.
But at the end of the movie, based on her reaction, it seems that it was too much for him.
Yeah.
And he was just saying that story as a,
Like a cover up
yes.
to
make-
protect himself, I guess. Yeah.
So I really love this idea of time travel,
Yeah.
of him getting what he wanted finally, and then realizing, well, not realizing at the time, because he was the one like, no, leave me here. Realizing after the fact that, no, what I wanted was not what I needed.
Yeah.
What I needed was to,
Yeah.
go back
on
to
there.
Marion.
Yeah.
But that's his side of the story.
Yeah.
Fleabag's side of the story was she lost her father to obsession
Yeah.
over this one thing, this artifact.
Yeah.
Similarly, she wasn't going to let Indiana Jones.
Her godfather.
Yes, but her character goes through a lot of growth.
Yeah.
She allowed, well, it's very unreasonable to like blame a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm not blaming her as a child.
Yeah.
I'm saying she watched her father become so obsessed with this thing that he lost the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Right? Similarly, she's seeing it happen to Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That he's allowing himself to, this moment to be his obsession. He wants to stay here.
Yeah.
But she has to, she couldn't save her father, but she can save Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
The words she was saying doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, it's kind of she wants to take him home because she thinks he'll die.
Yeah, but the words she said were, you can't stay here because, time travel or something. You're not allowed to.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that
right.
not what she said?
Yeah, she does, yeah.
You seem so, like, unsure. Like, did you watch this movie?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens at the end?
They go back home and he reconciles with Marion.
No, but I'm saying, what does she say?
She says that he can't stay there.
Why?
Well, I saw that she was like, because he got shot, I think. So he was like, she was worried that it was gonna get infected or whatever.
Yeah, he was gonna die anyway. He just wanted to experience that moment.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What did she say?
I don't know the exact words.
She says something like, you can't say it because that's not how time works or whatever.
Okay.
But the time travel in this movie works precisely in that way.
Okay.
Do you know what? Like, it's always happened that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
They see the result of the time travel before it happens.
Yes.
So they see the watch in his tomb.
Yeah.
They see the phoenix on
With
the
the
side
propellers.
of his tomb, right?
Yeah.
So it's always happened that way.
Yeah.
They didn't go back in time and change anything. It's always happened in
Yeah.
that way, right?
Yeah.
So if she left him there and went back home, that's how it would have always happened.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. Maybe it always happened that way because she didn't leave him there.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever happened,
Yes.
it always happened that way.
Yes.
There was no choice being made.
Okay.
If Phoebe Waller-Bridge took him back to 1960,
Yeah.
that's how it always happened.
Yes.
If Phoebe Waller-Bridge left him there, that's how it always happened.
Okay.
That's how the mechanism in this movie works.
Okay.
It's, you see the result of the time travel before it happens because that's how it's always happened.
Okay.
There's no branching timelines. There's no...
Yeah.
You're not going back in time and something in the future changes.
Yeah.
It's just always happened this way.
Okay.
That's the...
Yeah.
what was presented in this movie, and that's why they showed us the watch and
The Phoenix.
the Phoenix beforehand, to make sure that we understand that nothing's been changed.
Yeah.
This is how it's always happened.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what the word for that is. There's a specific type of time travel that's named.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about?
The ending?
Yes. Yes, the word she says is something like, you can't stay here because... And she gives some time travel reason.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter, her reasoning was off. That there's no time travel reason, he can't stay.
Yeah.
Her reasoning should have been, and what I think it was, I'm not going to let you live with your regrets. I'm going to help you, take a step forward in what you want. What
Yeah.
I believe you should be doing, which is getting back with Marion, which the movie posits is the right idea.
Yeah.
A different movie could say, well, he should have been left to stay there and let him die.
Yeah.
Going back to Marion would be bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this movie is saying that she was right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that it?
Pretty much. They go back and then Marion's in his house.
And they do the thing from Raiders where they're like, where doesn't it hurt?
Yeah.
Which, again, makes no sense because you usually kiss the part that's sore.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, we didn't mention that on this. We mentioned that in the commentaries. But anyway, it makes no sense.
Yeah. Anyway. So, again, when I sit down and I think about it, and I'm like, alright, I like that this was about time.
Yeah.
That time is passing by. And, sorry, let's just go way back, right?
Yeah.
Mutt died.
Yes.
Mutt Williams died.
Yes.
His son.
Yes.
Henry Jones III.
Yes.
And I was laughing about it. No, before the movie.
Okay.
I saw online that Mutt Williams died.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
somebody tweeted that Mutt died off screen.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I laughed.
Yeah.
But in the movie, I thought it was tastefully done.
Yeah.
That he died by going to war because Indiana Jones had a very adversarial relationship with his father.
Yeah.
And he fought in World War II. But he also fought in the Cold War, right?
Who?
Indiana Jones.
I guess. I don't know.
We saw the fourth movie.
Yes.
Was that not the Cold War?
Oh, it was the Cold War. Yeah. Yeah, because they were Soviet of some description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like you don't know.
No.
But I watched it with you, so how could you not know? It's like you drew like eyeballs on top of your eyelids and you fell asleep. So like I think you've watched it, but you were having a nap. But did you?
Yes.
All right. Well, you've been caught. What did we were saying? The
Mutt Williams died.
Mutt Williams. It was done very tastefully.
Yeah.
But it's also what happened to Han Solo and Princess Leia in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
We found out the reason that Han Solo and Princess Leia aren't together is because their son Ben Solo went to the dark side.
Yeah.
In this movie, their son died.
Yeah.
But it's the same story beat that they broke up because of the stress of their child,
Yeah.
doing something bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked that, but I thought it was done more tastefully than the Han Solo.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're saying yeah. You've never seen that movie.
I did. I saw The Force Awakens.
You've seen The Force Awakens?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
You told me you watched half of The Last Jedi, not The Force Awakens.
I'm pretty sure I saw both. The Force Awakens is the first one with Rey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
You watched that fully?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know this.
Well, now you know this.
Alright. And you didn't see the third one?
No.
The Rise of Skywalker?
No. I don't think so.
So you watched the fourth, the seventh, and half of the eighth one?
Yes.
Yeah. The perfect way to watch a 9-film, I don't want to say a trilogy of trilogies.
A trilogy of trilogies.
Yes. Perfect way to watch a trilogy of trilogies. 4, 7, half of 8. End. Don't think about watching the rest. Anyway, I also fuck. She says something about her father.
Okay.
The lady Fleabag.
Yeah.
But it could apply to her father or Indiana Jones's father.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember that line now. Fuck.
I don't recall.
She says he asks her something like, why do you want to get rich off your father's obsession? Or something. And she says something like, wouldn't you want to find something that your father obsessed about? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And his father was obsessed with the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Which they did find.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a good line. But it doesn't really...
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It's just a reference for reference sake.
Yeah.
But I like... well, not really. It's a good parallel, right?
Yeah.
That her and him have gone through the same thing. And he's thinking about his life when he did that with his father.
Yeah.
So he's, applying it to the situation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say. 6 out of 10. There's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that they didn't follow through on those good ideas.
Yeah.
What is very... not upsetting because I don't care.
Yeah.
But this movie is bombing majorly.
Yeah.
So at current moment, well, the budget is 300 million.
Yeah.
So adding, doubling for marketing, the cost should be 600 million.
Yeah.
At time of writing, it has made 252 million.
Yeah.
So a lot less.
a substantial amount less, yes.
I really don't know where all the money went
to
for this. I have to assume it's the CGI.
Probably, yeah.
Because, first of all, it's a period piece.
Yeah.
In the 60s. But it's also a time travel situation.
Yeah.
Where we see the 1940s and 214 or
212.
Whatever. Who cares, man? Just, to me, all the 200s are the same. That decade was such a blur.
The decade of the 200s.
No, 20 to 210.
Yeah.
That decade was a blur.
It's a good thing this happened in 212.
Yeah. Because that decade was also a blur. 2 decades can be two blurs, you know. One decade doesn't have to be a blur and the other you remember. You can forget 2 decades, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, so like I said, potential, but they wasted it.
Yeah. Although, does him, his hat's hung up on the line.
Does that imply he's still
adventuring?
Another adventure down the line?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah. I also hope not.
Bro,
but it's possible.
Can I spoil something?
Yeah.
From a different franchise entirely that we spoke about called John Wick.
Yes.
At the end of John Wick 4, he dies.
I didn't know that.
And a few weeks ago, they announced John Wick 5.
Yes.
With Keanu Reeves returning.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off to no end. I went back and I removed a point from John Wick because I was so fucking angry.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why I'm angry. Because, that's just
we get more John Wick.
That's just a company trying to, make more money.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're going to end the story, end the story.
Yeah.
Don't, I don't know what the word is.
Don't fake a death.
Yeah, don't pump fake us.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, in the Young Indiana Jones Adventures, we see old Indiana Jones as a 93-year-old telling recounting a story from his youth. I think that's the framing device for the show.
Okay.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah. So we done here.
Recommendations?
No, I mean.
Oh yeah. Done with the movie. Yeah.
All right. So first thing is I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
It came out on streaming.
Yeah.
I know I said I was gonna watch it and come back and revisit our ranking or my ranking of the movie.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 7. I dropped it down to a 6.
Okay.
I really liked it a lot less.
The second time through.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sucked, dude.
Okay.
I don't know what people are seeing in this movie.
Yeah.
I watched Old Boy.
Okay.
I rewatched Old Boy.
Yeah.
It's the next in the Park Chan-wook filmography.
All right. Okay.
He's famous director.
Yeah.
Old Boy is his best movie.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of takes that actually Old Boy isn't that great. There's a huge twist, which I definitely won't spoil here.
Okay.
But
thank you.
People say that without the shock of that twist, it's not a great movie, which totally false. It's an outstanding movie.
Okay.
Take the twist away, just the framing, everything about it is just wonderfully made, wonderfully shot, wonderfully acted. Just the fact that there's this crazy twist is the cherry on top of a wonderful cake, not the cake itself.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The next thing I watched was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay.
Which is the first Tim Burton movie. A few weeks ago I said I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I was able to find it.
Nice.
And just a bizarre movie.
Okay.
He's like do you remember a few weeks ago I mentioned Clifford?
Yeah.
Who's ostensibly a child.
Yeah.
But for unexplained reasons portrayed by a grown man.
Yes.
In his 40s.
Yeah.
Similarly, Pee-wee Herman is apparently a child.
Okay.
But is clearly played by a man in his 40s. In this case, a guy named Paul Rubens.
Okay.
And there's like something dark about it.
Okay.
Which it's not portrayed on screen.
But it's just there.
There's like a feeling of darkness emanating from this, this movie. Just give me a second. You can,
go for mine.
Yeah.
So I watched one movie in the past week.
Which is?
Nimona. It came out about a month ago on Netflix, and it's a very cute kind of animated movie. Like, I wouldn't say it's a kids movie, but it's definitely targeted at like maybe tweens or like young teens. And it's kind of like about finding yourself and finding acceptance, I guess.
Are these mer people?
No. Well, not really. It's so basically Nimona is a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Like she transforms into things basically. And I don't want to spoil too much about it, but basically it's very wholesome movie. Yeah, it's kind of like older children, I would say. But yeah, it's a very good movie. I gave it 8 out of 10.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't find the quote, but do you know who David Letterman is?
Yes.
He's a talk show host who I used to watch when I was a child, right?
Yeah. Right.
And I read a quote by him that said something like, "There's a feeling of darkness coming from you," or something. You know, like what I just said, yeah.
Yeah.
But a much more succinct version of that.
Okay.
It's really like he seems like a normal person, but there's something supremely fucked up about him.
Okay.
When I see his fucking face, I get upset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is supposed to be a children's comedy, by the way.
Huh.
But there's something dark. That's all I'm gonna say, right?
Okay.
Next thing is Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
This week's episode hasn't come out. Well, it has come out. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna put forward a theory,
Okay.
which, depending on when you hear this, might sound stupid, might sound whatever. But, like, there's heavy hints that Rhodey is a Skrull.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who Rhodey is?
Yeah.
He's Tony Stark's friend.
Yeah.
I think they're hinting at it so heavily that he's not a Skrull.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
That, like, they, methinks the woman doth protest too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I watched The Blackening,
Okay.
which is a horror movie with black people in it.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a satire about the fact that black people die very early on in
Oh,
movies, and
right,
just like
okay.
deconstructing the tropes of black movies.
Okay.
Of
horror movies, yes. Yeah.
Not really that funny.
Okay.
I gave it like a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
So I think we're done here. Thank you for listening. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, give a like, etc.
Yeah.
Importantly, it needs to be 5-star review.
It must be.
Please subscribe on Patreon to listen to our movie commentaries.
Yeah.
You can find all our links at PAICIP.com. Please tell a friend, and tell that friend to tell a friend. Tell a family member.
Tell everyone.
Yeah. And I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Au revoir!
Goodbye.